messy layers are so important. You can do them as backgrounds, you can do them as foregrounds, you can do them over. If you watch me do that whole face, you can do complete and in-depth layers, clear ones over it, erase them back out, add back to them. You really shouldn't limit yourself with this whole one time across the canvas and you're done thing. At some point, you just gotta throw a bunch of weird stuff on the canvas, you know, grab the blow dryer and just be like, what's gonna happen if I hit this thing with the blow dryer? And why not do it on a painting I'm really enjoying painting? Because if it turns out cool, it'll be fun. And if not, rule number one, I can always paint over it, right? There's so many reasons you need to do messy layers in your art, okay? Art can heal your body of cortisol levels, which are caused by stress. Cortisol does crazy things to your body. Look it up. Art can heal you from that. For that reason alone, you should be doing it. Cool, you went to the gym. You made more cortisol. Now you need to make some art. It's not about being good. It's about being alive and feeling alive and losing yourself. If you have rules, or you're doing a photo reference, you have a grid, if you are worrying about someone's gonna buy it, if you're so worried about all this stuff, your true voice will not come out. I say this all the time. It's the singular reason you should make art that feels good to make. It doesn't matter if it looks good. It made you heal your body of cortisol. You felt less stress. I'm not saying you should skip the yoga. I'm just saying budget it out. Get some art supplies. I can show you how to shop at a dollar store if it's like that. The cool part about the messy layers is letting the feelings out. The real feelings. I was having an existential crisis when I was painting this. And I was like, at some point, we're all going to be forest food. And that's popped into my head. So I painted it into the painting. And that's how a lot of my art is. It's intuitive. I'm standing there going, huh, and I have a thought and it goes in there. I grab a paint pen, I put it in there. Okay, how do you do messy layers? Guess what? You just keep messing up the layer you did before. It's not about what's going to happen next. It's about like collaborating with what just happened. Feel first, judge later. What does that mean? That means enjoy the painting, enjoy the process. Don't worry about judging the quality of the process. The process is the quality. It's about losing yourself. The world needs you to be as creative as you can in the exact way that you want to be creative. You're making the art you want to make that makes your heart come alive. And you don't realize this, but standing your ground and making your art true like that saves people's lives. Okay, I almost got super emotional over that, but it does. You saying fuck this in a painting can save someone's life 100%. I believe this to be true on a very deep level. So you need your voice out there. You can save a life by being honest in a painting or saying the truth in a lyric in a song. The mess can lead to magic. I learned two things doing this specific painting where I was like, oh, I'll probably do that next time I paint. Like I threw it right in my tool belt. Something I was like, I'm going to grab the blow dryer and do weird stuff with it. Because I love to do the drips. Remember my huge drip phase? So here I am taking my love of drips. I'm grabbing the blow dryer and I'm going, what? This is so fun. My spirit has come alive. For a second there, I wasn't thinking about my credit score, if I'm a good person, etc. I was just like, wee, paint. That's very childlike. And it's okay to do that, to detach from everything. Give yourself time to make art. Like I said, it removes the evidence of stress from your human body. And you can do it with a pencil, a piece of charcoal, eyeliner, nail polish. You can draw in the dirt with a stick. The chaos of the messy layers leads to unexpected, what I consider unexpected beauty or wonder. It makes you look at the thing and go, and the is, it's all the layers. It's the layers you liked and the layers you didn't like, and they all packed in there. Every time I go off the cuff in a painting, I learn something about the acrylic paint, and sometimes it's like a forever tool belt. Boom, I will never do that again, which is also a huge part of your tool belt. And then, or yes, I discovered something new, which is my favorite part of art. Because whenever I'm discovering something new, I'm not lost in a thought, turning against myself. I'm on the team of things are going to be okay, just for that second. So make a mess. The magic is in the mess. It's in the chaos, and being true in it, it's okay. You can be really honest in those first layers. You can do crazy and terrible things in those layers and cover them up with flowers and sunshine, and no one will ever know. And it's cool, and it makes you feel good that your own trauma and treachery and good feelings too shot into this, you know. When I was doing the sun right by her head, I was thinking that's the hope. That's the things are going to be okay. Them getting through the mess. We're getting through the mess. Every stage of this is necessary, from the first stages where it was really like yellowish on the right. I really liked that. And then when I covered it, quote unquote, too much with the green, I was spending a lot of time trying to get that yellow back. And then I really fell in love with the green. So it's part of it. Art is very subjective. Some people don't like the color orange. They don't want to see it on a painting. I am really recently digging into the color orange. So if art makes everyone react differently, you really can't attach any kind of feeling to how other people are reacting to your art. It's a huge hurdle to get over. Trust me. But you just got to be like, that's their shit, not mine. I want to make art that makes me happy. My purpose here is to share my voice and not to alter my voice for what I think other people want to see. That's not me helping the general pool of art. You know, art saves lives, it changes the world, and we should make it for ourselves so that our voices are true. And one of the things I like to do that you need to be more comfortable with, in my opinion, is painting over things. Making lines and crossing over them, and then crossing back over them. I could spend the rest of this video telling you exactly what I did on each layer, right? If you're curious enough about making art, you'll watch this video with an open mind as to how you can apply these things to your own art and like your own process. And you have your tool belt of things you really like to do. And in your mind, you go, when in doubt, do a skull with bleeding eyes. And like, that's okay. And that's your art style. I like when people paint skulls with bleeding eyes. I like when people put feelings into their art. No one needs to approve of your painting. The paintings that I'm drawn to are busy and messy and vibrant and beautiful. Putting your art on the internet isn't necessarily like an egotistical thing, like where you want to be liked. It's you wrote your song and you want to put it out in the world. And I've explained it like this before, but it's like making art is almost like taking a medicine. So making this painting, I'm taking a medicine. It's healing me of all these things about stress and life and self-doubt. It really helps me with self-doubt. And if at the end of that someone identifies with that as they also think that painting was medicine for them, that painting made their day better. Like, what a wild thought that is, to think that something that made me feel so happy to be alive just for even that hour, that for a minute it could distract someone else from the same thing of they have a minute of wonder and awe and why does she have 4 eyes? You know how many people are going to ask me that? If you've watched this far in the video, for fun, okay, and humor, write in the comments of this video why she has 4 eyes so that when people ask me, I can say a different thing every time. You know, life is messy. Life has layers. These smaller, the emotional ones lately have been really helpful to get me through what feels kind of like an apocalypse of sort, the breaking down of systems. Art is important during those times. Don't let people tell you you have to curl in a ball and be depressed. You know, paint yourself curled in a ball being depressed. That's the way. Get your message out there. Save a life by making art and be messy. I'm messy. Subscribe, keep making art, be weird. Tell your story.